We live. Nice. Okay. I thought randomly, why not have another live session? Totally out of nowhere. This has nothing to do with the lightsaber podcast. This is just a live stream that I wanted to do, just because I felt like it. So I was browsing the Facebook groups, and of course we have already discussed it. It looks pretty darn awesome. Hey, how you doing? The Narhal gang. Hey, oh yeah, you're the girl that I met on the skate park. How you doing? And so yeah, it looks really cool, that lightsaber, and I definitely want to get my hands on it. Um, it's a little bit laggy. I'm sorry. We're using Wi-Fi here, so hopefully it's gonna get a bit better in a moment. Uh, but yeah, it looks really cool, and I definitely want to get my hands on it. I really wonder how crazy people will become and do the powder coating and having the different color schemes. I think it would really looks amazing with the crazy stuff. Yeah, of course I do remember you. You and your friends. I met you in the skate park. Keep skateboarding. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. I actually got a bit of the hey, how you doing, Gabe? I got a bit of the Vader's Fault vibe going on lately, and now I'm like, I want to get back some of the lightsabers that I had from Vader's Fault, and regain some of that collection, like a core collection. Ah, yeah, yeah, I had to cut my hair. Thank you. I just took a shower. Um, and I really want to have like a core collection of Vader's Fault lightsabers, so I want to get back the Acolyte, have it slightly updated. Yeah, holiday beards going on, and the Fury. I want to get back a Fury, but this time I want a Fury Elite because I want to make it more closely to the lightsaber of Mace Windu in the Clone Wars, the cartoon series. So have it powder coated in flat gray, and have the shiny gold replaced by flat yellows, for example. So it looks more like coming out of the cartoon versus the one from the movie. That is an idea I'm playing with. But at the moment, no fundings for that, of course, and of course the acolyte. I want to get the acolyte back. I do miss that lightsaber. Um, oh yeah, I will definitely talk to Jay about that. Actually, I'm also planning to get two other Sabermach lightsabers, the Kanan Jarrus and the Emperor's Hand version that they have. So a lot of sabers. Yeah, and then from Vader's Vault, I also want to get back in Hero because I really miss the Hero that I had. I sold it off. Um, so that's a little bit of the core collection I want to get back from Vader's Vault. I had the rat from Vader's Vault. Not so keen on getting another one. It was a nice saber, but it doesn't really spark that much in me. The same for the Maelstrom, the Revan, the same for the Fury and the Legionnaire. They're cool. Serious talk. Yeah, no, sorry. They're cool lightsabers, but I really felt like they just didn't have the wow factor for me. They don't stay in my back of my mind like, yeah, really cool lightsabers. I want to get them back. I don't have that with those lightsabers. I'm very excited for my Blade Master Shoto from Vader's Vault. I think that one will be epic. I think that will be truly epic. A small little Shoto hilt packed full of features. I think that is one of those crazy lightsabers I'm gonna be very happy with. Um, Besides that, I was browsing through the forums that we have regarding lightsabers, and um, yeah, plenty of cool stuff coming this way. I felt, on the other hand, it was a bit calmer, like a little bit less cool stuff in terms of a lot of new different hilt runs, etc. So I think it maybe it calms down a little bit. Maybe it slows down a bit. Hey, Rens, how you doing? I'm also watching the Star Wars Resistance series, and I absolutely adore it. I think it's a fantastic series. Really fun series. I think Nico is a very fun character as well. I think in general that whole series is just it works surprisingly well. Once you get into it, you look past through that whole cell shading stuff, and it become watchable. It's still not my preferred cartoon style, but it's watchable, and Yeah, I enjoy it. It's good storyline so far. I think it's very lightweight though. It's very lightweight. It's more like the Freemakers, so like Lego the Freemakers. It's just a very lightweight story, but it's fun. I like it. I like Bucket. I like the different droids you see in there. So that's fun. Um, Looking forward to see more of the Mandalorian show, and yeah, I mean a lot of fun. And I want to say thank you for everybody that responded to my latest video regarding slow down a bit. Hey Mike, how you doing? Long time no spoken. How you doing, man? Um, no worries. So yeah, I'm really appreciate you guys' feedback on it. I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the skating YouTube channel, and one of the things besides the lightsaber that I also really want to get now is a GoPro 7, so I actually can use that for not only the skating parts of that YouTube channel, but also for the lightsaber related videos, so I can show more of the lightsabers in a different way. And I think lightsabers are very interactive. You play with it, and that kind of way of showing it first person and having all put in the camera in all kind of angles and do dueling and spinning and open carry outside. I think it can help the YouTube channel to be more dynamic. Yeah, exactly. Can put the camera. It's also much easier than to take care or take with me that big camera that I have, the DSLR camera. It's much more convenient, small, compact. I can do vlogging. I can do vlogging with this iPad, which is for my work, but it just sucks. The resolution sucks. Everything about it is crap. So I want to do that with the Black Series, Black Series GoPro 7 Black. Um, yeah, I mean, I wanna make it. I wanna make the YouTube content creating more fun. Because I've noticed that the way I would do it is I'm always very precise how I want to film things, and if it's not exactly good, then I'm not happy with it, and then I scrap footage, and it's very daunting to make the videos the way I want, because I'm never happy with the lighting, the audio, the environment, etc. It's making myself very hard. And if I want to do vlogging style, I need to build up the whole camera stuff with the tripod and the lighting and the microphone, and it's just so daunting. And with that GoPro, I just put it on the selfie stick, talk, and just edit it a little bit and upload it to YouTube. So it's gonna be more fun to make video content. I feel sometimes I overburden myself by spending every day an hour to 2 hours editing videos, uploading them, and it just takes me literally 2 hours editing the video, compiling it. Nicotine? No, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I don't use nicotine. But thanks for asking. What gave it away that I would use nicotine? I don't smoke, by the way. But I'm curious to see what 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 you make think I use nicotine. Anything. You can just be open and just say it bluntly. Yeah, Apple is cool, right? And yeah, I want to keep make videos, but I want to enjoy making the videos. And pouches? No, I don't. What are pouches? Like the ones you put in your mouth? You mean? In the like you put on your lip? You mean? Or stickers? No, I'm not a nicotine smoker. Actually, I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol. Well, sometimes once a year for this 10 lightsabers and then drink, which will come up very soon again. I believe in December. So not looking forward to that. Um, and so I don't smoke. I don't drink caffeine. So I don't drink coffee, etc. I just drink straight up water. I try to stay more healthy. But yeah, try to do that. No sugar as well, but that's hard. In the weekends, I have to admit, I drink Not every time, but quite often in the weekends on the Friday evening, one Dr. Pepper and one snack. I try to eat just snacks, as in like crackers, like salted crackers instead of chocolate and stuff like that. But yeah, woo, Mago. No worries, no worries. Yeah, the thing is, I try to live more healthy. That's how you can afford all the lightsabers. Yeah, no, I think so because I don't buy clothes. I really don't care about clothes or fashion. I don't have anything else that I spend my money on. So I only spend it on lightsabers and maybe some skate stuff. Um, yes, it's a special video. I did buy the Apple Watch though. That's like a gimmicky. But my telephone that I'm still using, an iPhone 6 Plus, which is already 3+ years old. I really don't care too much about mobile phones. Besides that, I seldom buy anything else. Like the only time I spend my money on, it's on lightsabers and stuff like that. So yeah, I try to. But it's gonna be, as I said in my last video, it's gonna be a bit harder because the baby's almost on the way. Actually, the iPad is in the baby bed now, and it's gonna be a tough coming few months because I need to save. Yeah, I need to save money, and I cannot justify buying lightsabers this time period. I probably cannot even save up some money to buy lightsabers again. It's gonna be all baby stuff, hospital stuff. My big boy also need to go to school, etc. We want to go move back to Holland next year, so I need to save up money because I literally have nothing on my bank. So I need to save up money for that as well. And at the same time, I want to have the GoPro and I have these Vader Sword lightsabers. So I definitely have to make a lot of concessions. I try to save up every month, maybe $100, put it aside for myself. I mean, everybody has a bit of allowance. I try to save up $100 a month for myself from my own salary. Um, yeah, it's a very tough hobby. It's a very tough hobby if you want more than a few pieces. Um, it's ungodly expensive. It's ungodly expensive to keep buying these lightsabers. It truly is. I would say it's one of the more expensive hobbies. Every time I put it in perspective, like that the Vader's Full Blade Master Shodo that I recently bought, that was around $800. For that $800, I could buy so many things. I could buy a gaming laptop. I could buy an iPhone X, whatever number they're at now. I could buy a big ass TV or even a car from that money. So if you do it like 10, 12 lightsabers a year, you can imagine that all that money could be put forward to save up for buying a house, for example, which I've not done so far. Instead of I bought all kinds of lightsabers and sold them off with a lot of loss, not profit. So I need to prioritize finances at the moment. Building my own lightsabers, that is something, as I said before, that's what I yeah, exactly, like Margot said. Yeah, no, sure, no, normal. I will be on the other YouTube channel as well with skating. So next time when we skate again, then you can see me, and then we're gonna have fun. But yeah, in Holland I will do the self build of lightsabers. Buy the empty hilts and build it myself, or I just use the plug and play electronics like I do now. But even then, it's a very expensive hobby because if you gonna build it yourself, there's two options: the budget way of Alto Sabers and Saber Forts, which are relatively inexpensive but don't really satisfy me in terms of the quality and what their products are. And then you have the high-end anti-hilt stuff like 500, 600, 700 US dollar. Then again, it's wave my head. And then you have the completes that are reasonably priced from Vader's World, Saber Mag, Electrum Saberscraft, and blah blah blah. Again, you're looking easily at 400, 500 US dollars still. So even if you build it yourself with a Nano Biscotti or the new Prism 5.1, 5.5 soundboard, which is going to be released very soon, it's gonna be still a few hundred US dollar, even if you build it yourself. So it's just very expensive. It's very, very expensive. And I'm almost at 100 lightsabers now reviewed. So I also don't want to overburden myself, because I know that sometimes I was buying lightsabers just for the review. Yes, sorry, I was skating tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, if it's not raining. Like today was raining a little bit, but I will take my son along and then we'll go skate, and then we'll probably can see you. But cool. See you then. Um, sorry guys. So yeah, it's just a very expensive hobby. I mean, if you break it down, I could like do the toy reviews and then spend $100 a month, and then have maybe 5 or 10 toys to review. And if you imagine that in YouTube content, then have like 5 or 10 videos with content versus one lightsaber review. So it's just complete skill. Take care. See you. It's called Skating Dave. Skating Dave, no space, just Skating Dave. It's a very amateuristic YouTube channel, and that's the way I want to go forward with that YouTube channel. I want to have it very raw, and I want to have it hardly no editing, etc. I just want to keep it like amateuristic. I want to keep it like that because I feel like then I enjoy it. I enjoy making the videos because it's like I do it in my time, I do it in my way, and then if I get better stuff, better camera, stuff like that, then I can, with the GoPro, I can do a lot more then. I never played hockey, no, but I did skate, ice skating, etc. Yeah, that's quite cheap, $68 for a SIT 2.0 saber. That's not bad. That's definitely not bad. It's funny how Randy is always stunting with his prices. Uh, he sometimes, like, we speak sometimes, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna give you a discount. Then you can buy some lightsabers and can review it, and then he give me a discount, and I'm like, I'm thinking about it, should I buy it or not, because the quality of Corband is there, it's somewhere in between. And then a week later, the same discounts are being offered for everybody, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy I didn't buy it, to be honest, because I mean, the way how he brings, he's a salesperson, he's a salesman. So the way how he brings is like, oh, it's a great offer. This is, oh, I'm paying this out of my own pocket and blah blah. And then you see for even cheaper the next week for everybody. So that's sometimes a little bit silly, and that's why I didn't do much Corband reviews. Not because of discounts. It's just from the feedback I hear from a lot of people, it's like so. I'm like, wow, yeah. I don't know if I want to spend money on it, review it, and then I have to sell it again. Because I'm looking at the resale cost, if people try to resell it, and it's like they lose out $100 just selling their crossguard or the L6 Gullwing. Most people cannot even sell it for half the price anymore that they bought it for, and yeah, it has a bit of an tainted reputation as well. So I felt like, yeah, I'm a bit worried about spending my money wisely instead of just getting everything. It would be great if I had deep pockets, but I don't have those, so I have to be a bit careful. But it's not horrible though. I mean, Corband's definitely not horrible. It's just I just have to be a bit careful where I'm spend my money on. Yeah, besides that, I didn't see much interesting stuff from other lightsaber companies at the moment. I know that Ripper Blades is coming with NeoPixel, so that's pretty cool. Ren says, I only bought one saber Graflex, blah blah blah. How much did you spend on that Graflex? The Graflex kit was around $225 I can remember, and then Randy put it down to $150 if you buy a set of 4 hilts, I believe. But if you send him a private message, he can still sort you out for $150 for one hilt as well. He's quite flexible, that's pretty cool. But yeah, he definitely is a salesman, so you have to talk the talk. If Corbett and 98 Sabres release the same style hilt and going with the 98 Sabres, yeah, of course, yeah, no, yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, the price. Oh, okay. Yeah, but that was probably in 2015 or 16 because those prices were pretty normal that time. And what Mike says, yes, make perfectly sense. 98 Sabres is not that much more expensive, but the quality is really up there. It's really good stuff. So yeah, I would definitely consider that over, to be honest, some of the Corbin stuff. Not that it was bad, but it's just more satisfactory in terms of the build quality, etc., and the engineering. But yeah, I didn't see much interesting from other saber companies. I've been, yeah, I mean, didn't see much going on. I never received the first run saber, but bad saber. Okay, well, 13 sabers. That's pretty impressive actually. You got more than me. Woo. Yeah, taxes. Yeah, that's one thing I don't have here in Hong Kong. Importing it here is pretty nice. There's no import fees, etc., no taxes. So if something in the US costs $800 ex VAT, that's what I pay. I pay I pay $800. Oh yeah, the skinny flex. Yeah, I'm interested in that as well. They have a lot of cool stuff. My son just replied, Jummy Bananas. That is his YouTube channel. He make Roblox videos. He's the best YouTuber on the internet. But yeah, the skinny flex looks really cool. Yeah, they make really cool stuff at Seven Chambers. Yeah, I mean it's
I just only have 4 subscribers.
Okay. Yeah, you will get more subscribers.
I don't have any more.
Okay.
Guys.
My son is begging here for subscribers. So if you see that guy, Jummy Bananas, if you want to do him a favor, subscribe to his YouTube channel and see his crap. Yeah, I just didn't see much else from other saber companies. I felt like most of the cool stuff has been released very recently already from Alta Saber, Saber Force, Vader's Vault, etc. So I think it's gonna be a bit quiet for the coming month or so. Maybe that will change when the Mandalorian comes out, the TV show. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just I'm browsing. Yeah, the Prism 5.5 is pretty big, but at the same time it's pretty late. I mean, this Crystal Shard 4.5 is out already several months now. I feel that the gap between those two products is pretty lengthy. I know it's a one-man band show, of course, but I don't know how many businesses he runs, Plector Labs. If this is just a lower focus business for him or not, but I felt like, yeah, that it took really long for him to come with the Prism 5.5. But I'm happy it's finally here, and a lot of people will be super stoked with that. Yeah, I saw that video. There was one, I forgot his name, one of the guys on the forums and YouTube made a video, and I saw it, and I thought the rain effect, etc. I never really considered that, and I'm really stoked to get that on my Blade Master Shodos on Vader's Vault, so I can just try it out to show it to you guys. But that is really immersive, I think. If you have like, if you played Star Wars Jedi Knight or Jedi Console, I forgot the game with Cal Katarn. There's that scene. No, it's not Cal Katarn, is it? Well, there's one game during the training to become a Jedi. You're in that temple outside, and it's actually raining, and you have the raindrops. No, it's way before that. Jedi Academy. Sorry, yeah, Jedi Academy. And then you have the rain hitting the lightsaber, and you can see it chiseling, and it's so beautiful. And there's a game from 1998 or something like that, ridiculous old game, and that effect. Or Jedi Outcast. Was it Jedi Outcast? I don't know anywhere. But okay, this is my son being annoying.
I want someone to subscribe.
Okay,
YouTube
yeah,
channel.
they will subscribe.
But I only have 4.
Anyway, the point I want to make is that I want to have a sound font of. I know it. I already had it once. There's one sound font. I forgot who made it. It has thunder in it, and you hear rain, and having that with the NeoPixel, and then you see the rain splattering on the lightsaber and having those effects, I think it's gonna be amazing, very immersive. The same if it has thunder effects, and then you get like a thunder lightning effect on your lightsaber. Woo, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, Vapot. Yeah, the media. I was looking at that earlier today. It looks really good. That cross guard. Um, it looks really nice. Like nice, Europe, West European 1500 style sword. Like a broadsword, long sword. I don't know exactly the types of names, but that looks really awesome. Yeah, have a big appeal to me. Buy dab, dab. My son's gonna dab.
I just typed wrong.
I typed it wrong. Okay, he's on the computer next to me. But those effects, that is really a good representation of
That means I'm
NeoPixel.
even in YouTube.
Of NeoPixel, and I didn't even realize that was possible. I just the flaming firing thing was already mind blowing to me. I didn't never thought about the raindrops hitting the plasma of the lightsaber. That's really awesome. I hope they're gonna get new effects as well. Um, Faces like phasing of dual colors now that already exists where you have the rainbow colors, but like it phases in like maybe over time you can have like an inner strip and an outer strip, and you can get that SWOTOR effect where you have an outer glow of the blade in a different color, and then the inner glow, the inner core is a different color as well, like blue on the inside and purple on the outside. So you have like an outlining in purple and then the core is blue, like in SWOTOR where you can buy these different crystals. Um, Over time I see that happen. Like you're at the tip of the lightsaber, it's for example in orange, so it's like you're cutting through a door or something, and the rest of the blade is still blue. Stuff like that, like lava or something, and it's melting down. I think there's still plenty of light effects that can be done with NeoPixel, and yeah, that's really awesome. That's something. That's why you need NeoPixel. Um, Oops, it was a bit too fast, or I can't always see the chats. Going a bit too fast here. But yeah, very surprised that there's a lot more to NeoPixel than we already know, and all these effects it's gonna be added over time. Um, I'm very excited for it. It's definitely giving a big new dimension as a big step of evolution in the lightsaber technology basically. So I'm really happy for that, and it's becoming harder and harder to go back to inhaled LEDs. It doesn't look that good anymore if you compare it anymore next to each other. Um, so I'm excited for that because that's now available in the Prism 5.5, and that means it's opening a lot of those effects up that Vader's Vault had as a monopoly for a little bit of time. Not monopoly, they had the Crystal Shard 4.5, but now Sabermach, Saber Trio, the Puck Store, Wonderforce, whatever, every company that buys these soundboards, the Prism 5.5, can actually achieve the same effect for their production lightsabers. And of course, everybody that builds their own lightsabers as well. So we're going to see a lot more advances there. People come up with new ideas to use NeoPixel. So it's gonna snowball roll forward, and I think it's gonna be very exciting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think yeah, Plector Labs definitely. I feel like they're the big drive behind NeoPixel for lightsabers and making it accessible for everybody to use their creativity at this point to come up with more stuff. Um, yeah, I know it's really expensive. That's a really big thing. So earlier I talked about those Vader's Vault lightsabers when I get again, like the Acolyte and stuff like that, and the Fury Elite. Those will be inhaled LEDs, of course, because it's extremely expensive to upgrade every lightsaber to NeoPixel. I mean, two lightsabers, there will be another $300 I could reinvest in buying another lightsaber. So that's a no-brainer. It's just for the select few lightsabers, like one or two lightsabers. You make it your pride and joy, the most crazy, exclusive, full blown lightsaber experience that you have, and the rest you just have to stick with empty hilts or lower tier electronics like in-hilt LEDs and stuff like that. Um, from that perspective, I'm more than happy to do it because then we'll be on lightsabers that are more shelf queens anyway, so I don't really need to have the high techy stuff in there. But yeah, it's gonna open up a lot of new effects. It's gonna be really cool. Um, there's a little bit of a thing that I have. Like, I hope the Star Wars Mandalorian show will really drive that Star Wars craze. But at the moment, even now Resistance is out, I don't feel like the hype for Star Wars that much. I don't know if you guys have the same, but I don't feel the hype. I don't. It feels more like a commodity. Like it's like breathing air. Yes, Star Wars is open and it's there, it's back, but it feels like yeah, it feels like meh, like it's like it used to be, like just after the prequels, like there was nothing and you can rewatch the shows, the Star Wars shows. That's how I feel now. It's just like brr. So I hope the Mandalorian gives a big boost to the Star Wars fandom. But Star Wars Resistance is good, but it definitely doesn't do that. Not even close. It's just like a good fun show. It really feels like the Freemaker Star Wars Lego to me. I love that show, by the way, but it just feels like yeah, it's just popcorn entertainment. I don't know. It's not exciting. Like I hope the Mandalorian is gonna do that, but I don't know. But for now, I feel like it's a little bit like this. It's not like Star Wars is like this. It's just it's just part of a life, and it's just back to normal again. Like we had this crazy times go like the Force Awakens. I thought that was amazing, and then it went steady again, which is not bad, but I think it transpires a bit in the whole Star Wars community. Um, I used 2 strips of my Neopixel, but came to 3. Yeah, that's true. You want to keep it at 2, don't use 3. You're gonna shorten your lifetime from 40 minutes to 20 minutes or less. I think that that will be useless then. And then you need an actual proton pack on your back with a big battery cell or something. Now, Star Wars won't die out. It won't die out. It's just the hype piece. The hype. I like the hype. I like the excitement of being part of something very exciting. Like, I know it's like the Force Awakens. Like being a part of like this whole hype towards the Force Awakens. Star Wars gonna be back and exciting. It's definitely Star Wars is fantastic, but the hype is a bit gone. So, or the hype is gone. So it's just like Star Wars awesome, but it's like man, back to normal life. Episode 9, yeah. But honestly, I'm not super excited for episode 9. It's like it's on the back of my mind, but it's not like oh man, I cannot wait for that episode. To be honest, I'm like bring it on when it's around. I will check it out. I saw some leaked screenshots from footage at the sets and stuff like that. Yeah, it didn't really trigger something. I'm excited for it, I guess, but not really. I'm more excited for a new, like I would want to see more of Darth Maul and Kira. I hope there's gonna be another spin-off of the Solo movie where Han Solo's be back for another standalone movie, but then with Darth Maul and more about the Black Sun and stuff like that, or whatever it's called. I'm more excited for that. I want to see that. That's where I could get very hyped for. But yeah, maybe the Mandalorian. I think the Mandalorian, Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm excited for the new Clone Wars episodes. That is one thing I'm a very. That's where I'm that's where I'm hyped for. I'm not per se hyped for adult Ahsoka. I never really was keen of adult Ashoka. I always liked her as Snips. That is what I like most of the Ashoka, the little bit rebellious girl. Um, yeah. Now I think it was not too early actually. Solo was released on time, but then they realized that churning out a Star Wars movie every year burned out people too hard. And actually, I disagree. If they kept doing that, I think it was much better for us if they kept coming with the standalone Star Wars movies, etc. Because I think if you now the next Star Wars movie is 2019, right? And I feel that's a bit too much time in between and too much of a gap. I rather see a yearly movie. Sounds weird, but I really rather see a yearly movie of different characters, different situations in the Star Wars universe. Doesn't have to be with Jedi or Sith, maybe smugglers, new characters. Um, yeah, I think one movie a year that they should have kept that. They should really have kept that because I'm a little bit worried now. Episode 9 comes in December 2019. Maybe it's a bit of too much of a stretch, and then people already the normies, the regular people are like, I yeah, it's a bit back of my mind now. Star Wars. Maybe I go watch it in the cinema. Maybe not. Um, that should keep coming in every year. Another thing is like the whole Star Wars Battlefront 2 game is pretty dead as well. They will come with the Clone Wars DLC, but the hype is already pretty much dead. The servers are really pretty much dead because there's only a very small team working on that game. I think they already delayed the Clone Wars DLC, and there's no other good Star Wars game or stuff that's going on besides now the Star Wars Resistance cartoon series, which is a very mixed bag in terms of people how they receive it. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people refuse to watch it just because of the cartoon style. I don't agree with. I think it's fantastic, but it's just not. Yeah, there's just too little. I think. Yeah, it's. I'm still really bummed out about that. I really want to play it, but there's hardly anybody playing in the time zone I live in Asia. Completely forget it. I could play maybe on European servers or American servers, but in different time zones. So I play in the low times and nobody online. It's just suck, man. Maybe when I move back to Holland next year, there's a lot of chance to play it again. I heard the PC version suffers the most because the population is the least there. If I would have an Xbox or PlayStation, it actually would not be too bad. There's still much people playing. Um, yeah, but a lot of the Star Wars games got cancelled, right? We had some really cool titles coming up and they all got cancelled. So I want to have a new MMO, to be honest. I love MMOs. Star Wars The Old Republic, I can't play it anymore. It's just completely trashed in my personal perspective. I just cannot do it. They come with some DLCs, but what I've seen is just rehashing existing content and it's so low effort. They got a new PvP arena which is basically the same exact thing they recently released as part of I got like a housing part. I forgot their name of it. This is shit. Yeah, the Droid Attack on the Wookiees movie. Yeah, I mean, there's so much Star Wars characters and stuff they can explore. It doesn't have to be a very high budget. They could do it on a low budget and just release a new movie every year. I mean, they could definitely do that, pull it off, but I don't know. Uh, so that's why I also feel like it's now so stable, right? So it's like it feels a bit like not it's Star Wars will always be of our lives. Like we're all into it. Like we really invested in Star Wars, but it feels a bit like going to work every day now again. Like it's like we have the existing stuff, we have some recent stuff, but we want. I think with our time span and the way we consume internet these days and social media, we need to have that fix. Keep coming. We need to have it like on a regular basis. If we don't get that fix anymore, it's not on our mind anymore because our time span or attention span is a lot shorter these days, and we just move on and focus to other stuff. Um, that's how I feel with the Star Wars community at the moment. Is just up in a bit of a roller coaster. Um, but besides that, I also wish that existing lightsaber companies maybe started to focus more on making other Star Wars movie props, like Vader's Fall with the kit that recently had. But I want to see more blasters. I want to see Star Wars communicators. I want to see Star Wars other stuff. I want to see affordable other Star Wars stuff. I want to see more buckets. Let those lightsaber companies start making their own buckets and their helmets, Mandalorian helmets, etc. That are not like 300, 400, 500 US dollar, or $200 for an unpainted plastic kit that I need to cut myself and spend hours and hours fixing it myself. I want to buy a complete stuff like Avanos, for example, but not like ridiculous expensive like Avanos, so I can actually get some helmets, etc. And try out those parts of the hobby and collect some other stuff as well besides just lightsabers, because I love all the stuff in the Star Wars universe, but I feel like it's either ridiculous expensive or you have to be really good crafty yourself. There's no really in between. I hope lightsaber companies are starting to jump on those gaps and give us some affordable stuff. Yeah, space battle games like first person space shooter or something, or like a yeah 3D space shooter, that would be good. I'm also interested in those 3D 4D experiences that they have for Star Wars. I think that they're gonna do that more often, where you have these stories and then you can experience that through a 4D camera or whatever, 3D camera. I think VR camera. I think that's pretty cool. The Black Series. The Black Series are not bad, but um, what I have with the Black Series is it's it's a little bit plasticky. It's a little bit it's like the Black Series lightsabers. It's it's yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really fully satisfy me. Um, yeah, I hope these lightsaber companies are gonna jump on that and maybe gonna make some affordable Mandalorian armors or smuggler armors or helmets, or so we can have something beyond just the lightsaber props to collect and play with. Um, 800 to 900 US dollar for a complete. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That's not too bad. I thought it would be around 2,000 US dollar for a 501st approved trooper kit. I would never like to wear a trooper kit because what I understood is the bum, your ass area, that plastic does not allow you to sit. So when you wear your armor, you cannot sit, and I need to sit a lot because my knees hurt easy. Um, so so I would probably wear like a speeder biker trooper or something, or oh, I like short troopers from Rogue One. I love the color combination, that sand color. It's really beautiful. I think that I would like to wear. Yeah, a far yeah. Oh, got some people coming in here. Hello. Get the death stare. The death stare basically means I have to end the live stream in a moment. My wife just come home. She looks like this. So yeah, guys, that means that yeah. I will stop. Okay, guys, I gonna end the live stream. She's next to it, next to the iPad. I'm like,
just look, what is that on it?
yeah. So guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. Thanks for watching. It's not an other girlfriend. It's not an other girlfriend.
I don't care.
Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye. Jazz hands. See you guys.